Hello everyone, Hong here, and once again welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Now it is the month of June, which is super special for me because I was born in the month of June. And for all of you who were born in the month of June as well, happy birthday. So I'm a bit of a Casio G-Shock fan, not exactly a fanatic, maybe not yet. I've got 5 G-Shocks and there are some of my favorite timepieces. In fact, my favorite one I'm wearing right now is the G-Shock MTG. So for this year's birthday, I got myself, surprise, another G-Shock. And not just any other G-Shock, but one of those fashion G-Shocks that are really hot on the market right now. This is the GA-2100. I got it in triple black, so it's pretty much black on black on black. And I'm absolutely loving this piece. It is a little small for my preference. I would prefer something a little bit chunkier, a little bit bigger, because I think they look a little bit better in a sense. But nevertheless, this is a very lightweight G-Shock that Casio released, I think about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years ago. And it's got that beautiful octagonal shape right there, which reminds a lot of people of the AP Oak Classic or Classic Oak watches, which is precisely the point of this little video. I'm going to be upgrading my GA-2100 with, they're calling this a CASIOak upgrade to make it look a little bit more like an AP. I mean, who wouldn't like an AP, right? I would love one, but I can't afford one, so I'm going to go with this. Relatively inexpensive, I guess. It was about 70 Singapore dollars. The watch was about 180, so what's 70 plus 180? 250. Put the two together, it's about 250 Singapore dollars. It's not too expensive compared to some of the more expensive options from G-Shock. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. No one's paying me for this. I'm just sharing with you guys some of the stuff that I personally like and enjoy in my life. So, all right, enough talking, time to jump in. All right, so full disclaimer, this is not exactly an unboxing video. I've already opened up the package. I'm just gonna do it again to show you guys what's inside. You get the straps. These are the new straps that go on to your GA-2100. And this comes in the kit. You have 2 screwdrivers, Phillips and a flathead. You have your shell, and you have these bits that connect to it. So you could connect these to the strap to the main body of the watch. Those of you who have eagle eyes, you would have noticed that one of that little screw is missing right up top at about the 10 o'clock position. So when I first unboxed this, it was there, and while I was fiddling with it, it sort of dropped out and disappeared. I have no idea where it went because it's a very small screw. So obviously it's a little bit disappointing because this set was about 70 odd dollars, so it's not exactly cheap either. I did write into the manufacturers who did this. I bought this from AliExpress, and they were kind enough to send me replacement screws right here. So there are 2 of them. Not sure if you can see that, zoom in. There are 2 little screws or bolts. Well, they're not screws because you cannot screw them in. You just have to kind of wedge them into that hole. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a little toothpick. The toothpick is one of the most brilliant innovations in my opinion. So I'm going to use a toothpick. I've got my Gorilla super glue. These guys would stick and hold everything together. So I'm just going to open this up, use a toothpick, dab like a micro droplet of super glue onto these little, well, I'm only missing 1, so they sent me 2. So dab it in, and then slowly, maybe with a pair of tweezers, put it into that missing slot right here. A little bit disappointing, but hey, you know what? When life gives you lemons, that's right, you make lemonade. By the way, I will be putting timestamps at the bottom or chapters, so if you guys want to skip ahead, feel free to do so. All right, let's get going. Right, first up, we're gonna open up the Gorilla super glue from its packaging. Alright, next up we're gonna take the super glue. Brilliant. Right, next up we're gonna take the Gorilla super glue, take the toothpick, puncture a little hole right there, because you only really want a small dab, and then dab it into this part right here with the missing screw or missing bolt, and let that dry out for a little bit. Now you don't want to put too much super glue into that hole because you don't want that residual or extra bit to flow out after you have put in that little screw. So a little bit of patience. Alright, now that we've got the super glue in, time now to take out this little screw from the little dime bag. It was pretty nice that they sent two, even though I'm only missing one. But it also may mean that there's a possibility it would drop out again. So let's hope I don't mess this up, because this little thing is so tiny. Alright, got it in. Just gonna use this other toothpick to clear out any extra bit of super glue that may come out. There we go. Job done. Alright, let's get on with it. While this little thing dries up, we just gotta remove 4 screws on each side of the watch with the provided little screwdriver that comes with the kit. Super easy stuff. I like to use the inside of the box, so if anything drops out, at least it will drop out inside the box and you don't go losing them, because these little screws are also super tiny. They are easy to replace if you do lose them, but who wants the extra work, right? Okay, now that we've got the 4 screws removed, the next thing to do is to remove the strap. So for all you G-Shock enthusiasts, you guys would already know this, but up here and down here, there's that little quick release that allows you to change your straps in literally 5 seconds. There you go, straps off. It's hard to do this backwards for the camera, but I hope you guys caught that. That's it, there we go. Now since we've already got the 4 screws on the sides removed from the main watch, then you should be able to pop open this rubber casing like so. Super easy. And there, when you're on the inside, you'll be able to see that new carbon core. It's a carbon plastic reinforced material thingy that gives the G-Shock its strength and durability and robustness. So here we go, we're done. Next on would be to put this, I guess you could call it a crown, right? I guess that's the right term. And it pretty much just pops into place. Like so. There you go. Nice and flushed. And the fitment on this is really pretty amazing. I am still very disappointed about that missing screw, or how easily it dropped out when I first unboxed it. And I just hope it stays on, because I'm really loving how it looks. I mean, look at that. That is a G-Shock CASIOak. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is to put these buckles, attach the buckles onto the 2 ends of the watch where your straps go. So let's get to it. And on to the final one. Oops. Uh-oh. There we go. And on to the final one. We're done. So those 4 screws are now secured and we are good to go. And it's time to add on the attachment to the 2 ends of the watch so that you have your quick release function for the straps. Little bit of a balancing game right there, but with this you don't even need to use your screwdriver. You could just use your fingernails and we're in. Popped right in, super easy. Now I think by now you guys would know that I am not a professional. In fact, this is the first time I'm customizing my G-Shock, and I was shocked to find online like about 10 trillion modification upgrades available for G-Shocks. I didn't even know they existed. I knew you could change the straps, never did, but I know you could do that, but all these extra upgrades were so cool. Done with talking. The buckles are in, or the attachments or adapters or whatever you call them, and they fit pretty well. It's pretty tight. Next and final step is to get these straps onto the main body. So same thing, it's got that quick release function. It's kind of got a thread one end in. Pull the buckle down, or pull the little tab down, and then insert that stick into the hole. And you repeat the process on the other side. Gotta do a little bit of a hunt because those little holes are small, but we're done. There you go. It's got a butterfly clasp. I think it's called a butterfly clasp. And you can make adjustments here to suit the girth of your wrist. I have a very thin, slim wrist, so I put it all the way to the top. And all right, time to slide this beauty on. One important thing to do is always keep all your original bits, your original straps, and all the stuff that came with the kit, because you never know when you may need them again. So always keep the stuff. Ooh. Always keep it well. Time to put this on. There's an extra weight to it because this thing is stainless steel, I believe, and which is good because I like the weight. I like my watches to have a little bit more weight. The watch on itself, the GA-2100, is very, very light, so it's also good for daily wear, sports, and all that, but I like that extra weight which comes with this kit. Oh yeah, look at that. Now to figure out how this clasp works, you go from the outside in. Obviously I don't have a lot of expensive watches because I don't usually have to use butterfly clasps, but there we go. Popped right in. What do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. Job done. Look at that. It is beautiful. In my opinion, at least. I think it looks really, really good. Loving the weight, loving how it looks. Like I said earlier, not a big fan of the fact that one of those little screws dropped out. But, I mean, hey, it's not too expensive. It's not cheap, but it's not too expensive. Completely changes the entire outlook and feel of your GA-2100 G-Shock. I think it's super sexy. So, happy birthday to myself. Alright guys, that's the end of this little video. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. It's not one of those usual stuff I kind of do, but I thought, hey, why not, right? Show this off a little bit. I'll add the links to where I got this kit from in the description box below. For those of you who are interested, they have other colors, other options. This is the Gen 2 version. There's a Gen 3 that comes with stainless steel straps. But I thought that's going to be a little bit too bulky for my liking, and I like the color scheme on this. Brushed aluminum silver with black. I think it looks absolutely great. Yeah, tell me, what do you guys think? If this is something you guys want to do to upgrade your own GA-2100 G-Shock, and or if you guys have other upgrades on your own watches, tell me what you guys have. I would love to check them out. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Hong here, take care. What?